Welcome to the official YouTube channel for the Colin Cowherd podcast. Go on, hit that subscribe button if you're new so you don't miss any of our great football content this season. Well, the Colin Cowherd podcast, we are live with my buddy John Middlekauff. We usually do these on Sunday night after the NFL games, but at the volume, we signed a contract with LIV Golf, which I've been a supporter of from day one, and I called Middlekauff and I said, get out here to Chicago. So last night we got dehydrated, I'll leave it at that. And today we're at Bolingbrook Country Club out in the burbs in Chicago. It's a beautiful course, and we are at the LIV Golf event. I had friends and acquaintances who had said, you got to go to one of these tournaments. Like, it's a real experience. And the first thing that jumps out to you, because we literally were, Brooks Koepka's coming up, shaking our hand, coming over. The access to Dustin Johnson, Sergio Garcia, Phil Mickelson, it's just different. It's a real thing.
You know, Koepka sure knows that you're a supporter because he came right over. He doesn't smile often, had a big smile. I've been to a lot of golf events, U.S. Opens, PGA Tour events. The vibe here, the energy is unlike. This is more like, an SEC football game or something.
Yeah, I mean, there's a huge crowd here today.
Yeah.
So it is a big crowd. And I think my takeaway is, and I've always kind of believed this, you got to get out of the studio, you got to go to events. Like I tell people, I remember I used to work with a guy, Mark Shapiro, and I said, we were talking one time at Wimbledon, actually, and I said, my mom was British, I always loved Wimbledon, right? I always watched it. But he'd never been to an SEC game, and he was really, really young. And I said, you just got to go. You got to go to Baton Rouge. If you don't know what it's like during a football game, you can smell the bourbon. And when you come to one of these events, I mean, it just jumps out to you. First of all, golf's a rich history. There was always going to be pushback on anything new in golf. We've seen it in baseball. We all knew the game had to get faster, right?
Yeah.
We knew and so it took people push back on the pitch clock. Well, the minute they did it, the sport's attendance and ratings went up. I get why there was pushback with LIV. I get it. But what they've done is basically found obvious stuff that golf can and probably should tweak to get a younger audience, and it works.
It definitely works in person. I mean, it's a vibe here for sure. But one thing they got going for them right now, mentioned this on the driving range. Steph Curry, what he did for basketball, the interest of young people. You can go to any arena now when Steph's playing. I don't care. The Lakers, you're going to see Steph Curry jerseys. Bryson's kind of become that. He is just a young, hip. YouTube's been huge for him. People want to see him. The other thing is we were on the first tee, the leaderboard in this tournament. Brooks Koepka's won 5 majors. I mean, he knocked off people like Tiger Woods, who tried to beat him. Phil Mickelson's won 6 majors, one of the most legendary players ever. They have some star power. I was telling you, Terrell Hatton, who is going to be one of the superstars on the Ryder Cup for the international team for years to come. Like, he goes Rory Rahm, and he's right there. So, I mean, they got when they built this thing, golf's very dependent, like basketball, on the stars.
Yes. Outside of maybe Augusta.
Yeah, and they got a lot of Sergio Garcia won the Masters. Patrick Reed won the Masters. So they got a lot of accomplished golfers out here for sure.
It's funny. It was interesting because I would say about 4 or 5 years ago, I was a huge Dustin Johnson fan. And he's one of those, and I saw him in person today. I mean, he was 3 feet from us.
Doesn't he look like an NFL quarterback?
Oh, he's big. I mean, he is. He's big. He's a professional athlete. But his game is fascinating because there was a time, I mean, such a mental game. There were about 4 years ago with Dustin Johnson, I thought he was going to take over the sport. And there are still times I watch him on the LIV Tour, and I'm like, he's really a dynamic, powerful player. But for some reason, and I think that's the beauty of golf and the burden of it, like where is Dustin Johnson now?
Well, I mean, I would say definitely on the back nine of his career, probably on hole 16, 17, 18. I mean, he had a run where he won a PGA Tour event, I think in like 12 straight years.
Yeah.
I think looking back, he's one of those guys. Brooks got the 5 majors. Phil's got 6 majors. You look back on DJ's career, I bet he's kicking himself. He probably should have had 6 or 7. And he's probably going to end up with 2. Now, he did win the Masters, which definitely changed his life. I mean, there was that one, remember when Fox bought the U.S. Open and DJ 3-putted and Jordan Spieth ended up winning at Chambers Bay, your home stomping ground. So I think he's one of those careers where you just look back and, I mean, it's been incredible. He's one of the most accomplished golfers of his era, and he's one of the most talented because you see him. The thing with golf, I guess football's a little like this. Guys come in different shapes and sizes. But Dustin stands out amongst everybody. Even next to Phil, he trumps him, by 3 or 4 inches.
I mean, I watched 6 golfers.
DJ looks 6'6". I mean, he's massive.
Of all of the 6 golfers I saw that teed off today, Mickelson, Brooks Koepka, Sergio, Hatton, there was no question. Dustin sounded different.
Yeah.
I mean, he is just he's a professional athlete. So, but I think that, the other thing that struck me today is that when you get access to the driving range, like really close, and we got a little closer than the fans, maybe 5 feet, but when I turned around and I looked at the audience, much younger audience than you would see, and there's always been young golf fans, but if you watch the gallery at the U.S. Open or Augusta, it's 45, 55. There's a lot of 23, 28-year-old kids out here.
Yeah, I mean, you come out here to hang out. It is a party. That's most golf events. I live by one in Phoenix. They're not usually parties. So, I mean, this is my first time in Chicago. I've always heard it's an event, party, kind of atmosphere. You can tell people gravitate toward fun stuff here. Festivals, music's big here, events. And this is an event. I mean, it's one of those that you got to be here to kind of feel it. I mean, that music blast on hole 1, that was crazy.
Yeah, so they had paratroopers come in. They got music blasting on the first hole. And I also think, I've only been in Chicago full-time now for about 4 months. But when you have a city with a harsh winter, when the sun comes out, people, they'll get in their car, they'll drive 2 hours, they don't care. That's why they just had something here the other day in town. I don't even know, it was a what was the?
Lollapalooza.
That thing's still real, right?
Yeah.
It had a massive
Been going since I was a kid.
It had a massive crowd here, and it's like, yeah, because for 4 months, you can't get out of the house. So when you have this event, this is a big crowd.
I've been hearing about these Chicago summers forever. It's still hot. People act like it's like 70 degrees. It's warm.
We got lucky today, though.
Cool place, yeah. The wind.
We got great. It's not good for the golfers, maybe.
No, terrible. Phil's already all over the place.
Yeah. No, I think, listen, we have to at least address for a minute Shadur Sanders.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a podcast, right? We got a couple topics here. So, before he got drafted, he debuted last night. My take was always big enough, accurate enough, moves well enough. When I watched last night, he checked those boxes. I don't know if he's going to be good pre-snap. Is he mature enough? But when I watched him last night, that was an event, by the way. Speaking of an event at the LIV Golf, that was an event last night. When I watched him, he was kind of what he was in college. He's accurate. He moves well enough. There's so many other boxes to check to be a franchise quarterback. But my take was he delivered. He was what he was in college.
I think the one thing with preseason, because it's hard to put it on context, like I don't know if you're going up against the next Trent Williams or the next guy that's going to be selling insurance in a month, right? So you got to be careful with that. You can judge instincts, and you can just judge this guy can play football. Now, the game plan, the regular season's a different animal than the preseason. But Shador has always just kind of been an instinctive – he's never been his dad athletically, right? He's not the most explosive athlete. He doesn't have the greatest arm. But he kind of just makes some plays. Now, are they going to throw him out week 1? They're not going to do that. But this was always like once he started dropping in the draft, someone took him. If he looked good, it's going to be a circus. I mean, you thought it was big now. Can you imagine Cleveland radio this week? They're not going to want to see one snap from Flacco. No one's going to want to see Flacco take a snap.
Yeah.
No one's going to want to see Kenny Pickett.
It's a very Tebow feel, but he's much better than Tebow.
Way better. I mean, he's a quarterback.
Right.
Tebow, this guy's a quarterback. Now, can he be a good quarterback? And this is where if I'm the owner, listen, I'll give you a month because as the head coach, you can't just walk into Myles Garrett. If Myles goes, I don't think he's quite ready yet, and not play the veteran guy. But if we're 1-3, 1-4, I'm making the switch quicker than some teams do. Yeah. Remember, when Lamar came in for Flacco, it was like the end of October. I'm not waiting that long.
Yeah.
You want to give this guy, to me, if I'm Haslam, I'm already at minimum, let's get 10 games. We got 2 first-round picks. If we're bad anyway, we're going to be drafting a quarterback. Let's get a big sample size. Who knows? Maybe we don't keep him. We can flip him.
Yeah, absolutely. So John and I will be doing our stuff tomorrow, obviously, on Sunday night. A lot of NFL stuff, little teaser there.